Frontier Lithium is developing the PAC Lithium project in Ontario, Canada, with the goal of becoming a manufacturer of battery-grade lithium materials to support electric vehicle and battery supply chains in North America. We've invited the CEO, Trevor Walker, to basically walk us through the business and give us the investment case himself. Trevor, welcome to our studio.
Rachel, thanks for having me.
You know, I've read that you've led this company since 2010. I mean, we can't go through everything, between 2010 to 2025 here, but make the describe the case for us here. What's the setup like as we head into the new year for Frontier?
Oh, wow. So from 2010, it's been a long road, and I've been through a few cycles. We've had a long-term view on the lithium markets and the potential for lithium and advanced technology. The reality is we're at the beginning of a new age. It's the age of the bot and the age of electrification. So we see long-term, we're really bullish on the prospect for lithium. As a result of that opinion, all the steps that we've taken since then have been to really position the company to be Canada's lithium champion. This company's been built on a foundation of doing things right, trying to make sure that we achieve many things from, tying the north to southern manufacturing. Many of the things that we're seeing with rising, geopolitical tension, we really saw coming. And we've worked really closely with government over the years to make sure we can position such an important project for the province and for the country. So I suspect we'll get into some more details, but if I can, use that overarching kind of theme of being cognizant of the potential, creating partnerships, working closely with government, and of course, all of this on the foundation of a world-class asset right here in Northern Ontario sets us up for advancing through development stage into production, which we have our eyes set on, by the end of the decade, 2030, 2031.
Well, let's talk about the project first, right? Let's talk about the grade. What kind of size here we're talking at PAC?
So we recently put out a definitive feasibility study about 6 months ago, and we have a resource of approximately 60 million tons. It's around just over 1.5% lithium oxide grade, which is the highest grades lithium asset in North America. And it's one of the largest. It's made up of 2 deposits. Both of those deposits are still open. So the ability for increased tonnage in the future is highly probable. Through that definitive feasibility study, we also displayed North America's lowest stripping ratio. So in the mining business, grade is king. Width of an ore body represented by stripping ratio is queen. We're really fortunate to have both size and quality. We also have the lowest iron profile in this mineral called spodumene, which hosts the lithium. So the potential for quality and low cost is sitting right here in Northern Ontario.
And has the government, whether it's at the provincial and or federal level, looked at PAC and essentially said, okay, we want to work with you on this?
It's been a long road. And the answer to your question is yes. The importance of the project has definitely been acknowledged by both levels of government here in the Ontario provincial government and the federal government as well. Some key highlights to display that would be recently being designated under one project, one process from the Ontario government. We were the first designated project in Ontario. And really pleased to have Minister Lecce, new mines minister in Ontario, tremendous energy, tremendous horsepower and experience to really get things done. And we've started first steps under 1P, and that's essentially government's commitment to streamline the permitting process, provide some level of guarantees from a government perspective to have permits in hand on projects like ours within 24 months. Now, that doesn't it doesn't sweep away the high standards that we have in Ontario. The duty to consult is no change, of course, and it's great ultimately that we see under 1P to bring parties to the table: government, industry, Indigenous communities, all sitting at the table. We like to talk about a three-legged stool on making sure that there's balance amongst those three entities that need to work together to get all the consultation, the work, the preparation, the agreement on a plan for the future to get fully permitted so that can be brought into production. And that's what 1P does. It's not about cutting corners, it's about bringing people together right here in Ontario. So, so we're super excited about being trailblazers with northern communities and government to deliver 1P for Ontarians and Canadians.
Now, compared to China, right, projects here in Ontario are known to cost more. I'm curious though, what's the opportunity still? Like what is in place to help offset the cost issue?
Yeah. We're seeing strong conviction in the West to not have a central dominant power, economically speaking, in the world. What's been difficult for government over the years is, picking horses, really recognizing that there's been market failures. And that's the problem, is that, the financial markets predominantly sat on the sidelines while China has been investing over 25 plus years on the electrification file. They are global leaders on raw material to convert or refine into those advanced materials. It's around 80 to 85% of refined lithium comes out of China.
Yeah, in the world.
In the world, globally. So, second part of, does government care, back to your earlier question, was about 9 months ago now, we were super excited to announce a letter of intent from both the provincial government in Ontario and the federal government around support through roughly about, equivalent of around $250 million of support through grant, some debt and investment tax credits for a downstream refinery where concentrate from the mine would report to get refined and to produce lithium compounds or lithium salts, that essential ingredient to produce the cathode for the best batteries in the world. So governments recognize these market failures and stepping in to A, to identify, and B, to subsidize and support where that's capital intensity and where we're getting beat by the Far East. And it's through leveraging back to high grade, low cost assets that we can work together with governments, with Indigenous northern communities to ensure that we can be competitive to materials coming into the West. We're not saying we're gonna, beat China, but what we need to do is identify where we have advantages and the ability to protect some portion of market share or increase that as it's a new dawn into this age of robot and this new opportunity for advanced materials like lithium chemicals. So that's essentially, government's acknowledgement of, some of the advantages that China has that we need to overcome to ultimately, again, have a balance of power in the world that's really good for people.
Yep.
And that's what this is all about. is how do we keep more wealth at home? How do we create more jobs at home? How do we help people at home so that we can raise stronger families and do better and create these advanced manufacturing jobs on the new industry, this age of electrification.
Yeah, and everything you just said resonates with North Americans more and more, it feels like. But when we think of investors, what resonates is, where is the money-making opportunity? So for 2026, I'm curious about what the upside is here. Maybe we can start with some near term, like January, February, if any, and then go maybe later into the year. What sort of milestones you're expecting for Frontier?
Yeah, sure. So, to work backwards, ultimately, we're looking towards a final investment decision end of 27, early 2028. So, we're really fortunate to have a partner that we brought in Mitsubishi Corporation. They've got 7.5% partnered at the project level, at the asset level. What's really important is to achieve the milestones to continue to de-risk till that point of FID, whereby we unlock what we call Tranche 2, and that's support from Mitsubishi Corporation on the project. Things that need to happen in the short term. One key risk on the project is a lack of all-season road access. So you can imagine the work that we are conducting while we're going through 1P on permitting of the mine. It also includes, what do we need to do with governments, with the communities to get road access in. We're really fortunate that government is working tirelessly on that endeavor. We expect some great news surrounding initial projects to start bringing road access into the region. We have approximately 140 kilometers. We are conducting some engineering with regards to a top section. About 2/3 of that total quarter is already fully permitted. So there's a remaining 55 kilometers that we're the lead proponent on, of course, working closely and consulting with local proximate Indigenous communities. So that's one key aspect of the project that's taking a lot of our attention right now. We also are conducting value engineering on the mine and mill.
Okay.
And we would expect roughly 12 months from now to a maximum of 18 months to commence detailed engineering. Going downstream from that, we have recently purchased Mission Island in Thunder Bay. It's about 150 acres of prime brownfields real estate right at the port. Thunder Bay is a great city, roughly Thunder Bay and surrounding area, 160,000 people. Availability of all the inputs required to produce lithium salts, rail, gas, port access, Trans-Canada Highway. So we're super excited about that, and we're super excited that we recently started definitive feasibility work for that refinery with a Fluor large EPCM group with lots of experience, global presence, not only northern work with offices in Calgary, Vancouver, also tremendous experience on building lithium refineries in East Asia. So, these are the types of groups from, Mitsubishi to working with the Fluors of the world to ensure that we can have a successful project here in Ontario. So we'll continue to advance that DFS, work closely with government to convert those letter of intents into term sheets and contribution agreements. Over the next 6 months is another major objective that we have at the company. Obviously discussions now around future offtake from materials, thinking of things like, who should we work with and who should we supply? That's really for the benefit and trying to keep those materials as close to home as possible. who are those partners? So we're surely blessed with both the Japanese OEMs and South Korean OEMs that have strong conviction to help North America build these supply chains locally and bring that expertise and technology here, and really committed to want to build local. That's super important for North Americans. So yeah, we're super excited to see that mining and processing is at the forefront and center stage.
Yeah, it absolutely
on government
is.
agendas.
Become more mainstream in mainstream media as well. I've never seen it discussed as much as it has been this year.
Yeah, so we're really fortunate that this is taking place right now. We saw this pendulum swinging, and we positioned a world-class asset, trying to put the right partners, building trust between government, northern communities, OEMs that we have in our own jurisdiction, so that we can create alignment on a project that we can deliver together.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the game if we're going to put ourselves on the map in the age of the bots.
We're going to leave it there, Trevor, but I appreciate you being here.
Great. Thank you so much. It was lots of fun.
So guys, to check out Frontier Lithium, of course, full tickers are below for you. We'll also link you to the website where you'll find the latest investor information. Thanks for watching.